Hey everybody, and welcome back to the mod contest. We're going to switch gears a bit, and we are now done looking at all of the maps submitted in the best maps category, as well as the maps submitted in the Swiss Future Farmer category. So we are switching gears, and we are now going to start looking at the Young Timer Special Award, or the Modern Classics category. So let's switch over to our display here. Turn that on, and we'll take a look here at what makes an entry in the Modern Classics or Young Timer Special Award. It says Focus Home Interactive will take you on a trip down memory lane. Show us your best young or old timer and keep it as accurate as possible. Only machines and tools that have been built in the 1999 or before are allowed. Winners will be selected by public vote. So 3,000 euros to the first place prize, 2,000 euros to the second place prize, and 3,000 euros to the third place prize. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for mods that have been built no sooner than 1999. So that is 20 years or older as far as farm machinery concerns. And we have quite an array of entrants here. We've got entrants as small as a single implement, a trailer, or a harvester. And then we have entrants that have a massive mod pack as part of their entry. So we're going to try to take a best look at each and every entrant as best we can. We may need to split this up into two parts because while there's only 13 entrants in the Young Timer Special Award category, some of these have quite a few options and quite a few pieces and parts to the entry. And in order to try to give everybody as fair a shake as possible, I want to make sure that we try to cover each one as accurately and as best as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, and we're going to do this in the format that I cover the weekend roundups, in the weekend roundup format, which is where we cover the mods that were released in the Giants Mod Hub. We batch them all up and do one or two videos on the weekend. Basically run from one mod to the next and try to hammer them all out. So we're going to batch these up. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to take all 13 in one sitting or if we're going to split this up and try to do maybe 6 in one and then 7 in another sitting. So we'll just see how long this video is by the time we get done about halfway through. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we're going to take a look at the AutoSan D50 D55 pack. This is a trailer pack from Kaztan 18. So we're going to leave and we're going to put, just like we do in the weekend roundups, we're going to put the credits down here in the lower right. We've got the little mod contest tag over here to the lower left. Should be out of the way with respect to various things that we're going to look at with respect to the mods. But we can find this over here at the trailers category. Basically, we have the AutoSan D55 and the D50. What are the differences here? Because they do look quite the same. So the D50 appears to be a bit smaller. It has a capacity of 4,950 liters, 7,960 liters, or maxes out at 9,900 liters. The D55, on the other hand, has an additional capacity of 15,500 liters on top of all of the capacities of the D50. Let's take a look at the D50. See here, it is a dolly trailer. We have the choice of rim color. There's several rim color options. We have the choice of main color, changes the frame, and the design color, of course, changes the top part of the trailer there. Let's go with something like that. Let's take a look in the logs. Looks like everything is good there. Ignore these up here. I was just basically trying to reset the clock back to a decent time period. Then we have configuration, 4,950, 7,960, 9,900, and we can choose cover yes or no on that one. bale loading wagon, and then back to that capacity. So what we're going to do is let's get one of each. Okay, with the cover or not. Let's go back here and look. You can see this trailer holds all of the standard fill types here on the map, or basically in Farm Sim. Now let's toggle over here to the D55. D55 has all of the same rim color options, main color options, and design color options. You also have 4950, 7960 with or without the cover, 9900 with or without the cover, and 55500. One thing I do want to see is I want to see if this option changes the fill types that are accepted by this mod. Let's go ahead and get one of each of these. This time we'll get it without the cover. And here they are. So let's take a little closer look at them. It does look like we are going to have dynamic hoses on these. We have a pin hitch. That's important to note on various implements that either take a pin hitch or a ball hitch. You have straps on the bale trailer. I wonder if we have straps on the normal trailer. Doesn't look like it. You have rear hitches and connections for hoses. So I'm sure that we could chain these together. We'll probably try that here in a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a placeable silo. It's going to allow me to basically fill these with various props. And we'll just see what kinds of things these hold. With that, let's go ahead and get a tractor here. Let's start with the D55 bale trailer. Okay, let's connect to that. Pull up the F1 menu. Doesn't look like we can fold the side up at all. Also not seeing an option to do the straps from in tractor. Interesting enough. Can do the straps from outside. Don't get any sort of prompting outside. Raise and lower that side. It is interesting that I can't change the straps. We do have mud flaps. Yeah. So mud flaps do animate. They are moving. See if we can't. Well, let's try this on a different trailer. Park that there. Worried that by switching over to this additional capacity, we may have changed the fill types that this trailer is going to accept. What we're going to do is we're going to take this trailer and try to quickly get it connected to. So we definitely can chain these together. So we do have hose hookups. We do have lights. on these trailers. The brake lights. All right, pulling up here. Toggle to the front trailer. Okay, so we are on the front trailer now. Let's hit fill. So wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane, seed, chaff, wood chips, grass, hay, straw, manure, pig food, lime. This will pretty much take everything. That's good to see. And let's go ahead and just check the fill types of this other trailer. So we have wheat, barley. Let's go backwards and just fill this just for funsies with seed. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab a pair of, I don't need a pair, I'm just going to grab one of the other trailers from the D50 line. And I want to go force unloaded and just see how it looks. What are our unload options on this? In, remove the cover, put it back. Does it store it anywhere, or does it just magically vanish? Sometimes you'll see mods where it folds it up and stores it somewhere. Looks like this one just magically makes it vanish. Move over here and take a look. So we can do tip side back, tip side left, tip side right, or tip side back. So let's force unload this. Just see what the animation looks like. Okay, does it not raise up? Okay, that's interesting. Doesn't have a movable floor, so how would it unload like that? Alright, let's change this to tip side left. Okay, I guess this has no hydraulics, it just... Okay, that's interesting. And tip side right. Very interesting that this has no hydraulics. It doesn't tip up at all. It doesn't actually tip to any angle. Okay. You guys, that is the AutoSan D50 D55 pack from Kaztan 18. And this is in the Young Timers category. What we're going to do is we are going to wipe all these out and we're going to get set up for our next mod. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at the Hercules 1400 by Dutch Modding Incorporated. This is also a trailer, so let's go to our tools, trailers. Scrolling over here we have that Hercules 1400, $21,500. This is a rather expensive trailer compared to the two trailers that we just looked at. This trailer appears to have just barely squeaked in as far as the production line goes. Looks like, according to the description, the trailer started production in 1998 and continued till around 2007. So let's hope that we've got an early production model here. This trailer is $20 a day, $18,000 capacity, and again holds all of the standard in-game build types. Let's see here. This says, looking at the description a little bit more. All right, so you can see that we have a choice here of rim color. We have gray, red, or kind of a yellow rim color. Kind of matches the rest of the trailer. Capacity 14,500. Or 18,000, adds kind of a little top to it. Okay, and then we have a choice of Trelleborg standard tires, Michelin standard tires, or BKT. And then we have a choice. We have the FL693, FL630 Super, and there we go, back to the 693. Then we have a choice of Lizard road tires and back to Trelleborg tires. So as configured, we're sitting at just a hair under $24,500. Let's go ahead and get one of these. Right here and take a little closer look at it. I don't see soybeans fitting in there between those bars. Kind of have a general idea of how this is going to tip up. So we're probably going to have a choice of tip side door or not. And we do have a pin hitch on this, and we do have hoses. Now I did see that we do have a connector back here. So let's get another trailer. Let's get the in-game Strotterman because it has a pin hitch. And I just want to see if we can, if this is a functional hitch on the rear. Oh. I want to check this trailer, not the Strotterman. So we do have hose hookups. That's good to see. We do have a little bit of an animation on the jack stand. Not a lot, but do have a little bit. Let's go ahead and hook this up. So we do have a working hitch on the rear, but what we don't have, sadly, is we do not have any hose connections for the rear hookup. So if we have a trailer that either has hydraulics or has air brakes, then we're not going to see those connect. Let's go on over here and just see in this configuration what fill types this trailer will take. So we have seed, chaff, wood chips, grass, hay, straw, manure, pig food, lime, wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane, back to seeds. So pretty much all of the standard in-game fill types. Check here, we have tip side back, tip side grain door. So let's go ahead and force unload this. See it unload. Kind of unloads the way I thought it would, since we have a hydraulic ram. But the side bars here are static. So these bars are fixed. They can't be extended or retracted. So as the trailer bed raises, okay, then basically this rear section can't go anywhere because it's attached to a fixed length bar. So it just kind of rotates up as the pivot point raises slightly. And then the trailer, of course, raises up significantly. And then there you go. Very simple, very interesting mechanic the way that works. Go ahead and lower that down. Details. We got cotter pins down here. Doesn't look like the rear axles turn this trailer, but they do look like they have a bit of shock to them, shock absorption. Let's go tip side grain door. Grain door lifts up, and interesting enough, those side bars I mentioned, they go away, so that the whole door doesn't go down. Let's do that again. So you can see the side bars. But when we force unload at the grain door, okay, let's go back a little bit so we can see the grain door animation and that side bar. The side bar goes away, the grain door animates up. So there you go. So then we go back to tip side back. See how that all works. Don't appear to have a cover for this. We do have kind of strap hooks where a cover could possibly be put in place. Guys, that is the Hercules 1400 tipper by Dutch Modding Incorporated. So next we're going to take a look at the Bizon Z058 New Holland Harvester. This mod is by Loki86 and of course is going to be available in the Harvesters section. We have the Bizon Z058 Harvester, $108,000, 4,000 liter capacity, and this harvester is going to work with our wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, and corn. 120 horsepower, 350 liters of fuel, and 15 mile per hour working speed. So let's compare that to the little Bizon Super. 100 horsepower, 3,540 liter capacity, $84,000, 12 miles per hour. So the New Holland here, a little bit more power, a little bit more storage, same working speed, same fuel capacity, and the same crops. Take a look at it here in the shop. You can see we don't have any configuration options on this thing. We basically get what we get, and we don't throw a fit. Go ahead and lease this up. Now, this particular mod did list a required mod in the mod page. So I've already downloaded that, and it should be here under headers. We have the New Holland Record Z058 New Holland header, $29,000, 4.2 meter working width. Let's compare that to the Bizon 4.2 meter working width and the New Holland 4 meter working width, 32,006 miles per hour, 29,000, 4.2 meters, 4 miles per hour. This thing is a little slower. No configuration options on that one. Let's check the log. So something of note, and I should have looked at this but didn't. We've got some interesting errors in that Hercules trailer that we looked at just a little bit ago. We've got this error, invalid 3 vector, comma 111, comma. So that is kind of interesting. Not really sure what it's going to do, how it's going to maybe cause a problem. We do have an error on that Hercules trailer. So we do have beacons on here. Lower this down. Our first stage lights, second stage lights, third stage lights. We have a side light, so when we put out our unfold this. When we put out our pipe, it will light up the side a bit. Brake lights on the back, 4 ways. You can have reflectors on the back. Now, take a listen. We do have a sound when the pipe comes out. When we turn it on, maybe hard to see, maybe not be hard to see, but we do have animations here. We have pulleys animated and moving in here, exposed. Don't have anything in the back animated that I can see. We do have a little shaker there, animated. Pulley in the back there. We do have some good animations working. Got pulleys on this side that are animated and working. Of course, the header is not part of the mod that is submitted in the mod contest. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this over to one of our fields. All of these fields should be ready to harvest. Let's just check. All these fields are ready to harvest. So we're going to shoot it over here to this canola field and just see what it looks like when it is working. Alright, so we've got her over here. We've got a tractor already set up, ready to unload to. Let's go ahead and turn her on. Let's take a look in cab, see what it looks like to work operating cab here. So we do have an animated joystick. Turn the lights on and off. Doesn't look like we have any lights on the interior. Checking the display on the side, it does not appear to show our fill levels. Gauges don't appear to work. They don't appear to be animated in any way. Check the F1 menu. Other than the controls to move the header, we don't have any other controls on this harvester. Let's see what it looks like on the outside. It's our discharge. Let's do one more pass here. Look at the animation of the grain filling the bin, storage bin. We do have, turn around, we do have kind of some peepholes. See where the grain level is in the cab. From in cab, we can see the pipe. Visibility is pretty good. Mirrors are fairly useless. Now I want to see how the unload is. There we go. Yeah, so that is the Bizon Z058 New Holland Harvester by Loki86. We're going to go ahead and shut this off. We're going to head down to the shop and basically get set up for the next one. Alright, next up we've got the Fiatagri 16055. This is a crawler tractor. We can find this under medium tractors. Has a horsepower of 160 CV or 118 kilowatts according to the posting on the mod hub. This mod is by Pepe978. Let's go to tractors and then medium tractors. Scrolling over here to the New Holland Fiatagri 160-55, $45,000 for a 160 horsepower tractor. let's see where we fall here in that range. So the Fendt 700 Vario at 165 is $180,000. Okay. The John Deere 6M at a 142 horsepower is $119,000. New Holland T6 25. Case 7200 Pro Series at 170 horsepower is the closest at $98,000. Go ahead and get on in here. But $45,000 is a steal of a deal for a tractor with 160 horsepower. Looks like we do have a pull bar in the back, drawbar, no 3-point connection, we have a PTO, lots of hose hookups in the rear. Or as our options go, we have design color of what I guess what it looks like, New Holland brown or Fiat brown. It's the same to me. Maybe it's red, maybe it's brown, I don't know. Then we have a standard configuration. We get 500 kilogram front weights, 800 kilogram front weights, rear linkage. So we could pay $1,500 to add a rear 3-point linkage. This lift and 500 kilogram weight, lift and 900 kilogram weight, or back to standard. You get it without a cabin, with a cab, Fiatagri without a cab, cab Fiatagri, then back to without cabin. Let's get it with that configuration. And I kind of want to see if the front hitch works. Let's go ahead and lease this up. There's a top speed of 9 miles per hour, so we're not going to be breaking any land speed records on here. Let's see, we've got a oil filter down there. The Fiatagri is a little low res. The rest of the graphics here look pretty good. Front graphics look pretty good. Okay, let's take a look. Controls. So let's turn it on. So we do have gauges that animate up, gauges that do light up. Okay. Lever, throttle lever there, hand throttle. Steering levers work. Oh, we've got a shifter on the side too that's working. Okay, it's kind of forward and reverse. So we can see in third-person view our arms are moving. That's got to hurt the wrist. Our arms are moving, both of those. We turn. The respective hand grabs the respective handle. That's pretty good. Let's check our front lights. Our first stage lights, second stage lights, third stage lights. You have a single reverse light, a single brake light, left and right, 4 ways. No beacon on this. Check the 4 ways from the front. I want to see if that front hitch works. Let's get a ball connection. Not a ball connection, but a pin hitch and a ball hitch. That doesn't work with the ball hitch. It does indeed work with a pin hitch. So it does have a functional front hitch, should we so wish to use that. Let's check the visibility of the rear. Using a keyboard, the steering is obviously a bit wanky. It only has one low hitch position, so trailers that are designed for the high hitch are going to run a little weird with this particular tractor. Yeah, you can see the top speed of 9 miles per hour. You better not have very far to drive to get to your field. There you go, guys. That is the Fiatagri 160-55 from Pepe 978. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at the Ford 6810 Gen 3. The Ford 6810 is a small tractor manufactured between 1988 and 1991 in the Generation 3 of the Ford 10 series only. Okay, this mod is by Maxis JS, and we can find it here in the small tractors category. $38,000 to buy. Pretty good deal here. 90 horsepower, 19 miles per hour top speed. So we have a few configuration options on here. We have no beacon, or we can get a single beacon, or not. And we have a configuration of standard, 420 kilogram front weight, or none at all. So if we get none at all, standard, there isn't even a front hitch on this. So it's almost like you might as well just get a front weight on it all the time. Have a interesting, I want to see how this works with a trailer. We have like what looks like a hook on the back. We've got our PTO, and we have our 3-point linkage. You have some hose and other hookups there. Let's go ahead and lease this. Here and check it out. Graphics look outstanding. Very high res, not jaggy at all. Modest details on the engine. Really nice running of the hard line pipes there, or line hoses. Yeah, we've got like what looks like a hook as a rear hitch. We're going to have to hook up a tractor to hook this up to a trailer and just see how it might look. It's hard to see, but it doesn't look like the dash lights up. Foot throttle on the bottom works. The brakes move. Not seeing anything else move here. Don't have any options in the F1 menu. We have working mirrors. They don't really seem to be positioned too well, but we do have working mirrors. Let's go ahead and take a look at our lights. So our first stage, second stage are the rear working lights, and the third stage are the top lights there. There are four-way flashers, front and rear. No reverse light. You would need to have brake, right? See anything? Animation in the way of drive axles or anything else? Nope. Alright, so let's get a trailer. And let's get something with a 3-point just to see how that connects. course, this is designed for a high hitch. It's going to connect a little weird. Oh. A high hitch just pops in when you connect this. Okay. Let's find something designed for a low hitch. This right here. Good little yard tractor, very tight turning radius it appears. But it looks like we might be missing air connections. So we have our electrical connection and our hydraulics, but the air connections are not connected. Alright guys, and that is the Ford 6810 from Maxxis XJS. So next up, we've got the E281-C pack from AAA Modding. This mod is a forage harvester and 3 different forage headers. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Forage harvester. Here we have the E281-C, $64,000 for the forage harvester itself. 15 miles per hour top speed, 175 horsepower, and you can see it works with 3 different forage headers. Let's go ahead and take a look at it in the shop here. We do have a few configuration options on this thing. We have choice of rim color from white, light green to yellow. And then we have a choice of standard configuration in blue. We have the brown configuration. We have 2 different brown configurations. Then we have a green configuration. So the rim colors obviously are to match the different colors. So the green and then the yellow rim, the light green for the brown configurations, and then the blue and the white configuration. Let's go ahead and get one of these. We'll go over here, check out the forage headers. So we have 3 forage headers. We have the E299 for $14,000. This is a chaff head for corn exclusively. This has a 3-meter working width and 6 mile per hour working speed. Just like the forage harvester, we can change it from blue to brown to green. Then we have a mowing head, which is for grass, wheat, barley, oats, canola, and soybeans. Looks just pretty much just like the mower header. It's on the self-propelled mower from AAA Modding. We have the 3 rim colors, and then we have the 3 regular colors. Then we have the E294. This is just a pickup head for loose material, be it hay or grass. Again, we have blue, brown, or green. Here they are. So we have the pickup head, we've got the mower header, then we've got the corn header. We've got the forage harvester itself. Fairly high quality decals. You have a rear hitch, and we will see here in a little bit that the rear hitch does indeed function. See, when we get into the forage harvester, door does move. Do not have any controls as far as mouse controls or anything. Take a look inside. Pretty small cab here. Don't see any gauges that are moving. Gauges do light up. Pretty good turning radius on this thing. The interesting configuration with the narrow rear wheels. Let's check our lights. First stage lights, second stage lights, and then a third stage light on the pipe. Now this connects. We have hose connections on that. When that is connected, we can control the intake reel with the left mouse button up and down. Fold the pipe, turn it on. Let's hop out and take a look. Got all kinds of animations going on in here. Kinds of chains moving, pulleys moving, belts going around. Pushing on 2 cutter bars, the bottom and a side cutter bar. Chain on the pickup intake reel. Of course, the intake reel itself. A couple chains on the floor there, and then the auger. All kinds of things are animated and moving on this thing. Check out the other headers. There's our pickup reel. Then we have our mower header. Fold that. Turn it on. No mouse controls on that. We have some pretty cool animations going on there. Alright, so we actually have a couple of these set up. Got one set up here at with the horn head on it. What I wanted to do was fire this up and see if it works with a hired worker. That's set. There we go. Now we're all good to go. See how that works. one off. Got another one over here with the lower header. This one is in brown. Go. Then we have one more over here in the green with the pickup header. And we've got some grass to pick up here. This time we're going to be using a trailer attached to the rear hitch. Working quite well. We have pretty good visibility in the cab of this. And there you go, guys. We've got the E281-C pack from AAA Modding. Now we're going to take a look at the International Harvester 33 series. This mod is by NLD HOLLAND Mods. We can find this here under small tractors. Right here we have the case 33 series, $35,000, 18 miles per hour top speed, and 45 horsepower. Interesting tractor. Almost looks like the rear wheels caused the front to be a little bit higher. See, the front kind of looks like the front here is on an incline. At any rate, we've got a design of default roll bar with beacon. Back to default. We have attachers of default, front weight. So you can see their default front weight. And then we have the engine setup of 533 at 45 horsepower, the 633 at 52 horsepower, the 733 at 60 horsepower, the 833 at 67 horsepower, and then back to the 533. So with the larger engine, we are at $35,300. Actually, it looks like the engine choices are free. You don't have to pay to increase our engine speed. Let's get a roll bar on there and go ahead and lease this up. Go ahead and take a look at it here. Start it up. You have animated gauges there on the dash. Doesn't look like, well, we do have an animated brakes and foot throttle. Brake lights, got 4 ways on the front and rear. We have first stage lights and second stage lights. That is all we have. There are 4 ways, left and right. Pretty basic engine setup. We've got a couple oil filters there. They're a filter of some sort. Very basic, small tractor. Is the International Harvester 33 series tractor. Next up, we're going to take a look at another small tractor, the Mercedes-Benz MB Trac 800 or 900 series. This mod is by Bremy 456. Take a look here under vehicles and small tractors. We have the MB Trac, $30,000, starting out 75 horsepower, 24 miles per hour. Here we have the MB Trac 800. We get the choice of rim color. Several different rim colors. All of these are matched to be authentic rim colors. Main color, once again, all of these are also matched to be authentic colors, as well as the design color. Then we have the choice of wheel brand. Trelleborg, we have standard. Care tires, 1.5 meter track. 1.5 and 3 meter track with rear air tires on the back. Care tires for beet harvest. Narrow tires. Wide tires. 2 sets of wide tires. A little bit bigger. Back to standard. We have Midas. We have front loader attacher standard. Front weight holder. 45 kilogram, 133. 225. 315 are front hydraulic connections. Back to standard. Let's get it with a full set of front weights. Then we have decals of standard. Got a little bit different decals going on here. What that means. Municipality family used. Bremy edition 1982 to 1987. Standard. Roof decals, yes or no. So we have decals. Decals, yes or no. And then we have engine setup 800 from 1982 to 1987. 1987 to 1991. We're up to 80 horsepower. We have the 900 MB Trac, which is 85 horsepower from 1982 to 1987. Then 90 horsepower from 1987 to 1991. We have the 1987 to 1991 Boost, 115 horsepower. We have the 900 series, 87 to 91 Boost, 125 horsepower. We have the MB Trac 900, 87 to 91, I guess this means international, 135 horsepower. Then back to the 75 horsepower variant. Get front loader attacher, yes or no. And terminals say no. Lane keeping system that changes the inside. See right there to the right of the steering wheel, a console shows up. Holder. Then we have controls here on the right window that come in. Silo King, we have now controls or a module here on the right back. back to no. Let's get one of each with the interiors. Then we have folding window no or yes. Let's get one with the both folding windows, no. So we have front, rear, or both. Let's family green, green. We'll get that one with the folding windows. And that should be all of the configuration options for the MB trac. Here is the standard interior. You have light up dash. You have animated gauges with an LED readout. You have a shifter here that moves. Brake and the foot throttle moving. Then we have some other options. We've got some mouse controls. We have the center button, left and right. What's that doing? That's opening and closing the sunroof there. Both left and right mouse button. Up and down. Open a crane. Oh no! It says it's basically opening the door. Left and right mouse button. Up and down. Oh, opens the sliding door on the back. Sliding window. Then right mouse button. Up and down. Raises and lowers the window. And then right mouse button left and right. Doing. Up and down. I don't see what left and right is doing. You guys know what the right mouse button and left and right does? That would be cool. Let's take a look at the lights. We have first stage lights, second stage lights, and third stage lights. We've got brake lights, left and right, four ways, rear and the front. Alright, so let's take a look at some of these other cab options. There, that is the one with the lane follower. You have those controls on the side. This one with the Silo King information. Then this one with the windows. Let's try that one. Right click, up and down, left and right. So that's opening the front door, front window left and right. And then if we have the rear window, both mouse buttons held down and down, open and close the rear window on this option. Here you go, guys. We have the MB trac 900 turbo with intercooler. That's what the inter was representing in the engine setup. Guys, we got one more in this video, and then we are going to split up the young timer entries into a second video where we basically have 4 more mods to take a look at, but they're all pretty much mod packs. So there's a fair bit in each one of those. Okay, and the final mod for this particular video is the New Holland 70 series. Now this is a large tractor. So if we go to large tractors, scrolling over here to the New Holland 70 series, $163,200, 240 horsepower, 24 mile per hour top speed. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. So we have a choice of main color. We have blue, Fiatagri, black, or white. Then we have rim color, white, black, or chrome. Chrome them things out. Pimp out that tractor. Design color of black or red chrome. Back to black. Red chrome. I'm not picking up on what's changing in that. Let's keep it like that for now. Then we have a choice of Trelleborg standard tires, wide tires, rear twins, twins all around, narrow tires, narrow rear twins, twins all around, back to standard. We have Michelin standard, wide tires, just a little bit wider, rear twins, twins front and back to standard, Nokian tires, and back to Trelleborg. Then we have design of New Holland, Ford, Fiatagri, New Holland Fiatagri, New Holland Ford, and back to New Holland. Then we have a choice of attacher standard or 1,600 kilogram front weight, front loader attacher or front attacher, back to standard. Let's go with a big old front weight on this thing. Then we have the engine. We can have the Ford 170 Genesis Turbo, which is 170 horsepower. The 190 Genesis Turbo, 190 horsepower. 210 Turbo, 210 horsepower. 240 Turbo, 240 horsepower. And back to the 170. See when we are changing the engine, the second digit is changing. Go to the 8670, 8770, 88, and 8970. Go ahead and get this up here. Go. Oh, look at that. We've got animated steering wheel. We have a dash that comes on. Dash is lit up. You can see light indicators on the little tractor icon there. Shifter on the back. So it's kind of a throttle. The throttle and the brake are also animated. Looks like we have any other controls on this. Check our lights. First stage lights. Second stage lights on the rear. Third stage lights in the front. 4 ways. Front. Rear. Brake light. Do have a beacon on the front, on the top. There you go, guys. We have the New Holland 8970, well, the 8670 to 8970. Again, this mod is by Smitey. And that's going to do us for this video. We took a look at several entrants in the modern classics category, or the young timers category. We'll be back for a second installment where we're going to take a look at the last 4 mods in that particular category. But all 4 of those mods are pretty big mod packs. And it's going to take us quite a bit of time to work through what is included in each of those particular packs. So let me know in the comments, which are your favorite of the mods that we've taken a look at in today's video. Don't forget to rate them. We have until July 22nd to put our ratings in before the winners are announced at this year's FarmCon. Until next time, happy farming.